Hey Ravens, and welcome to Season 0, Diablo 4, Day 2. What have I been up to today? As you can see, it is pretty late. It's 10 PM British summertime, BST, it's GMT +1. And I've been doing a lot of work on my rogue. As you can see, I'm in World Tier 3. I have completed the campaign. I did the capstone dungeon. It was really hard as the rogue. As the way I've built my rogue, really hard. We are now up to 6 deaths. I met the butcher. I died. It was that simple. I still hear people of dying even in hardcore. They die. I've told, this is the one thing I've had problems with throughout closed alpha, all the betas, Sober Slam. That druid, it is just too powerful in early game. So it's just going to be one of those things. If you meet it and you can't run away, you're just going to die. I still don't understand why in softcore we do not have scrolls of escape or the anti-death potion. I don't see why that is just relegated to hardcore. Why can't we have it? I hate dying in softcore. It's 10% durability loss. That's a hell of a lot of money. It's 25k on this character. That's 3 or 4 items I've got to sell to make up for 1 death. And I died 4 times in the capstone dungeon, all before the boss. Didn't die once in the boss, but all before that on the mobs going in. What can I say? Apart from that, I've been doing a lot of stuff in Fractured Peaks. If we press the... there we go. I can see here, 5 out of 5 for the Renown. I discovered as well that you can, even though Tier 3 and 4 and 5 say they don't unlock until World Tier 3, you can get the Renown. The Renown still stacks up, and then once you complete the prerequisite, in this case the capstone dungeon World Tier 3, it unlocks them all. Bum 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 bum. You get like a riffle effect. So as you can see here in Fractured Peaks, I've done pretty much everything, all the areas, the waypoints, the strongholds, all the altars. Now I've done some research on this side quest, 30 out of 35. Most people are getting stuck at this point. Some people have managed to get 2 or 3 more, but so far, from what I've seen, very few people, if any, have done the full 35 and documented. Now, it's my belief that the last 5 are from drops from creatures, or you have to do something, like you have to get a drop from a creature and that progresses 2 or 3 more. Otherwise I don't know, because I've gone everywhere. I've used the Diablo 4 interactive map and I've logged in and clocked through all the side quests I've done, and I don't know. So when I run my other character, which I'll come on to in a minute, I'll be doing a lot of side quests in Fractured Peaks to see if I can figure out what went wrong. The side dungeon is fine because the 23rd side dungeon doesn't open until you've completed a quest in another area. So in my opinion, that should say 22 of 22, and the dungeon should be in the place where that other quest is. Go figure. Now up here is done in alphabetical order: Dry Steppes, Hawazar, Kezistan and Skosglen. I've only done a tiny bit of Dry Steppes because I flew through there in the campaign. Same with Hawazar. Same with Kezistan. Currently concentrating on Skosglen. As you can see here, I've got 3. I'm getting there on 4. I've done 6 of 8 waypoints, 2 or 3 strongholds, some side quests. I'm working on the Altered Lithis and the dungeons and the areas discovered. Now, this is why I'm going to have other characters, because this character is amazing. This rogue is truly amazing at all things above ground, or in the world, if you like. I can find the altars, I can do the strongholds, I can do the world events, no problem. Dungeons, I've done these 3 on in each dungeon. There are times where I'm just sat there waiting for my cooldowns to come off. I'm waiting for Shadow Clone to come down, I'm waiting for Shadow Imbuement to come off cooldown so I can buff it and then off cooldown again. Same with Dark Shroud. And it's a bit of a pain and it takes a while. I got through them all without dying, but there was one of them I had no potions left. I had 200 health and I had to sit there and wait because one of my items at the time, actually I've got upgraded items, why don't I just go through that quickly. There it is. Not that high because this obviously is a world tier 3 item, not this one, sorry, but it was waiting on life regeneration while not taking damage recently, and I had to sit there when it went from 200 all the way up to my max, which at the time was about 2000. I've lost a lot of life because I've gone for other stats. So it's the gear I've got now. No, I haven't got imprinted. I'm waiting to get better gear, which may not come until a lot later as and when I find it. At the moment, every time I do a side quest or a dungeon, I'm finding better gear, which will probably stop now because I'm not really doing dungeons. I'll explain why in a moment. And then I've got this, I've got this bow, got this. I'm not going to show you that item, that can be a spoiler. It might be a spoiler from other people. Got this unique ring with twisting blades on there. I have to have this on one of my items all the time, and this is marginally better than the Codex version, which is 10 and 20. This is 11 and 22. So if I need to replace this ring, I will rip it off and put it on the next ring, and then I'll just Codex, or I might just Codex it anyway, just because it's not worth the money to take it off to extract and then imprint, and then it'll only be on that ring anyway. So I got this upgraded sword, and this dagger was so much better than the sword I had there, and so I imprinted the shadow clones on there because that damage bonus is amazing. As for skills, this is pretty much as per my plan. I did. You can see it on the spreadsheet link. I will link below again. Excuse me. The only problem I didn't realise, it was rumoured that you would get to about 60 skill tree points. You don't. You only get about 50 in total. I think there's about 50 here. And then everything else goes on your Paragon board. So one of the, as you may have seen, or if I press the right combination of buttons, there we go, you get 4 Paragon points for the 5th slot on the Fractured Peaks Renown. So that's where most of my Paragon come from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these are just levels, level 51. So yeah, so they got some of them from side quests. Oh, hello, other character. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment with the rogue. Now the reason I've got other characters is because the dungeon, like I said, the dungeons are really hard on the rogue, so I'm going to make a druid for that. That's coming up in the next section. And then I'm going to run a story mode barbarian, and I'll do that as a YouTube series. I won't be cutting any cutscenes, I won't be cutting any chat. I literally will be sound on and going very slow, not skipping the campaign, not skipping any cutscenes. So if you're interested in that, that'll be coming shortly. I don't know how regularly it will be because that is quite a slow game process, and I'm usually a fast person due to my autism. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'll go into the druid and then the barb and the outro. Chapters below if you want to skip anything. So this is the druid I was telling you about. This is currently level 3, but again, thanks to the rogue, I've got multiple points in things. So we've got Storm Strike, Heart Storm Strike, Fierce Storm Strike. This is another of Don the Crown's builds. This is a leveling Earth druid, and the primarily purpose of this character is, as I mentioned previously, is going to be running those dungeons. So what I'm going to do on this character is literally dungeon crawl. As you can see, I've skipped the campaign. I've got my horse all done and dusted. There we go. And I've got this one's going to have the wolf on the back, although it looks really odd because the totem is right the way through the wolf, which is weird, but can't be doing anything about it. So yeah, that's that one. Not much to say really. There's no gear on it. I've just done a little bit of did the first bit of the campaign just to see how it felt, and I like Earth landslide, not Earth slide. I want to call it Earth slide, landslide. So as soon as I realised I liked Storm Strike and landslide, we left the game and hit that skip campaign button, and here we are. let's move on to the story mode barbarian I mentioned earlier in the video. And there we go, that's the character created. So this is the story mode barbarian, which I'm not going to skip any cutscenes or anything, so we hit start game and we'll listen to the intro. Oh, well, tier 1, yes please. Oh, I've got the sounds off. I forgot to put the sounds on in the game. I'm still not skipping. This is the story of their downfall. I'll read it as the subtitles come up. There goes the horse. Dead horse. Oh cool, it even shows the markings on the character. I didn't realise that. Oh, flash white screen. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is let's see if I can find my, there it is. So I'm going to be using Don the Crown's Hammer of the Ancients build, and because I've done so much work with my rogue, I have multiple ability points to spend. So we need lunging strike, we then take enhanced lunging strike, and has Don says Hota, enhanced Hota, furious Hota. Yep, and then 1 point left. Nope. Hota, enhanced. I made a mistake. Lightning strike, enhanced lightning strike. Yeah, we got that. Hota, enhanced Hota, furious Hota. Yeah. And rallying cry, but we don't have that yet. It's there, 1 point off. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, this is the story mode character, so I'm not going to do any more on there because the sound isn't working. And that's it. That's the plans, and I'll do some more videos for the story mode Barb. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Probably won't be any Path of Exile videos while I'm exploring D4. I love D4. So yeah, hope to see any future videos I'll do. I might do other videos at some point in the future. Give it a couple of weeks for me to get used to Diablo 4, get my teeth sunk in, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.